everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. And so off the tip, it's the Magic. Right side O'Neal. Pass to Black. Launches it. Rebound, Utah. And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
To the middle. And stolen by Jackson. Pass to Bailey. Beyond the arc. With the second effort. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Wagner. Now O'Neal. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Take a look at how Shaq owns the paint. Nobody's getting in his way inside.
Here's Bailey. He got a piece of it. Wagner on the wing. Screen by O'Neal. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Check out Wagner running the play there and helping his team find an opening.
To the inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Leading him right to the basket with a tremendous pass. Really good execution there.
Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Oh, that's a great block. Jackson protecting the house.
Nice shot by George.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Suggs. Count it.
And, you know, we know Suggs has a decent J, but there, reminding everybody he can drive inside, too.
Here's Malone. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoners slam right there, guys.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process. Seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
Here's Malone. He buries it from 3. Malone's got his second basket of the night.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Jazz.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass. Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
Jackson can't get it to go. Magic trail by 5. Right side O'Neal. Here's Black. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Open midi right there. That's letting the defense off the hook when you don't cash in.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Jazz. On offense, here's Utah. They're on a 15-6 run. Jackson, the screen. Here's George. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Wagner with a screen. Gets it off. And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what stands out to you from Utah in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Stolen by Kessler. Fast break, Utah. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
Utah shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
And in today's NBA, it seems like everyone has a three-point shot, Clark. That didn't used to be the case.
You're exactly right, B.A. In the good old days, way back in the day, threes were mostly for specialists. It just shows you how much the game and the players have evolved.
Down low. Picked it out of midair. Pass to O'Neal. Stolen by Kessler. Here's Mikhailuk. Outside, Williams. To the paint. Kessler, no good. Magic trail by 11. Suggs surveys the D. Wagner can't connect from short range.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Out to the right wing. Let's go with a three. No good. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for Orlando. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Greg. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have two gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Here's Mikhailuk. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
O'Neal misses. Jazz leading by 11. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Orlando with the ball. Wagner with a screen. The three. Rebounded by Mikhailuk. Inside. Williams.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Back to Carter. Orlando moving the ball around. Down low. And it's slammed in by Carter.
With obvious length and jumping ability, Carter Jr. can get it coin above the rim and make it look easy.
To the paint. Here's Williams. Rebound by the Magic. We've got 1:23 left in the first half of this game. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Howard. No made baskets yet. Pass to Wagner. Picked by Carter. Wagner with it. Jackson in his pocket. 5 on the clock. Here's De Silva. The rebound by Jackson.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Orlando shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Second team foul.
The first one falls.
at just a skosh under 7 feet. Mo Wagner does all the things you'd expect him to do well. He can be dominant in the paint as a scorer and on the board.
Here's Malone. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Malone's got 9.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
27 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Back to Markkanen. Jackson, right side. Pass to Bailey. Shoots. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. There's 10 seconds left in the second quarter. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off. Well, you have no concerns when he's at the free throw line. Very consistent.
And so it's Utah going into the break up 12. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly.
I mean, big-time finish from Jackson. He is a force out there.
After 2 consecutive first-round exits, the Magic now looking to take the next step, Clark.
You know, B.A., making the playoffs was the first step for this young core. And now that they have some experience, they've added some talent, too. So they're determined to continue to progress towards championship contending status.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Franz Wagner was asked to describe his game, and he said, I don't know if there's someone who I would say I play really close to. I'm like a tall guard. I try to do a lot of different stuff out there, and I hope when you see me play, you see that I'm having fun and I'm playing for the right reasons. Brian, back to you.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
Good to see Malone working hard on the defensive end. His team appreciates that type of effort.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's O'Neal.
And how about the defense from Jackson Jr.? Doing just about whatever he can to make shooters uncomfortable. And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter. Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. Next up, they'll face the Nuggets in Denver. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game. Magic trail by 13. Wagner outside. The 3. Rebound, Utah. Pass to Malone. For 3, George. Utah with another miss. Outside O'Neal. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
Back to Markkanen. Inside Markkanen with the size and power.
And Markkanen has a beautiful stroke. Superb at getting himself squared up and then quick with the release. He fires it right away.
Up top, O'Neal. Pass to Bain. Shot clock at 5. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Boy, they keep feeding Shaq, and he keeps scoring. The big guy giving his team exactly what they want.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for him.
Marketed for three. Magic trail by 15. Outside O'Neal. Wagner outside. Black, right side. There's the drive. And a strong finish with two hands.
When Black puts his head down and plays downhill, boy, he's got a lot of stuff when he gets near that bucket off the drive.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Pass to Wagner. Launches a three. The rebound by Markkanen.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Magic trailed by 17. Wagner with a screen. On the attack, Carter. "56 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And stolen by Williams. Here's Mikhailuk. Connects from downtown. Mikhailuk's got 5.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Pass to Kessler. From behind the arc. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Collier. "27 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Carter to end the run. Williams grabs the board.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And the bucket is good. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
That was a buzzer.
Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer. Whew.
That's an...
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Suggs. Driving to the basket. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Tell you what, off the drive, Suggs vertical, really something to behold. Good luck trying to stop this guy when he comes at you like that.
It's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. Here's Kessler. Soft touch off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 19.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Yeah, one of the more versatile scorers in this game. Wagner can beat you off the catch and off the dribble, too. I mean, he's tough.
To the middle. Here's Kessler. O'Neal pulls it in. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. Screen by O'Neal. It's Suggs with a drive. And that one is hammered home.
Tell you what, I love when Suggs attacks the defense like this because he's so hard to guard when he's aggressively looking to get to the rim.
Magic trail by 15. Pass to Black. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Wagner for 3. He's off on that one.
His lack of offense is certainly not helping. Tough to overcome that.
Williams. Off target from the baseline. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. And it was a frustrated huddle. Coaches and players were angry about the turnovers. Players trying to hold each other accountable. They're fed up with sloppy play. Let's see how they respond. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie. George! Out of bounds, it'll be magic ball.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Suggs outside. O'Neal inside. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Shaq, such a beast inside, which is why defenders elect to foul him there.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
Deflects the pass. Markkanen with it. Guarded now by Black. Here's Malone. Into the lane.
Bullying his way inside. When Malone is cutting hard like that, it forces the defense to react.
That free throw no good.
At the line for 2.
And he's good on the second. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. They trail by 16. And he gets it to go from the low block.
Love when Wagner looks to set his guys up. This kid's a versatile swingman.
That's off. Jazz leading by 14. Uncovered. Bucket is good.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Wagner outside. Yes! Using that window.
Just punishing the defense from the interior. Wagner doesn't mind scoring against physical defense.
Jackson outside. Knocks down the trifecta.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Jazz.
They really had things going. Their offense carried them tonight, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., tonight, simply they won the battle of the field goal percentage. I mean, it made all the difference.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
That one's in there.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
George drives in. Got a hand on it.
Nice timing on that rejection from Shaq, demonstrating why you got to take him seriously as a defensive player when he's lurking near the bucket inside.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that about wraps it up.
前两届前锋做，一阴一阳只味道，仔细东来。明码标价的那些物，非黑即白。若上颁奖台，切莫张灯结彩。八仙桌的收尾，少不了弄菜。上北下南，左西右东，东南东北，西北西南，步步高升，八方来财，四海为家，家兴旺。百事可乐，千事吉祥，万事如意，顺风顺水，天道酬勤，鹏程万里。
Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Here we go. And the Magic start out with a ball. Suggs with it. Pass to Wagner. Orlando moving the ball around. O'Neal on the wing. The rebound by Jackson. On offense, here's Utah. Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Jazz.
But so far, they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
To the paint. Here's O'Neal. Lays it up and banks it in.
Finally, a make for this team. Hopefully it gives them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
Now here's Suggs. Takes the three. Drains the triple.
Yeah, Jalen Suggs putting in the time, being diligent about becoming more consistent from three-point territory. That time, he makes it look easy.
Alone. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
The three from Suggs. Rebounded by the Jazz. To the middle. Jackson drawing the double team. Malone can't get it to go. Magic trail by 8. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have two gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the bucket by Utah. Wagner outside, to the inside. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
You can see Suggs' vertical makes that dunk look effortless.
And here's Bailey for three. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Well, he's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Jazz leading by 7. Jackson outside. Pass to Malone. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Now O'Neal. The rebound by Malone.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Back to Jackson. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
Wagner with a screen. Pass to O'Neal. Picked it. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Deflected.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
Down low. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Pass to Bain. Three-pointer off the mark. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Jazz out in front, up 5.
18.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what stands out to you from Utah in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot. The Magic are coming together. Paolo Banchero said, "This is a special group. We have something that you don't always see in professional sports. Guys really have each other's backs and look after one another. Not only are we close, but we're really talented and versatile as a team." Back to you guys.
An exciting young team. Allie, thank you. Here's O'Neal. And he's now 3 for 8 after that one. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
It's Suggs with a drive. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Sensabaugh. It's tipped. Stolen by Bain. Inside. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And what a jam by Bain, using his hops to do some damage at the rim.
Williams misses. Here's Orlando. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. That shot is good by O'Neal. O'Neal's got 10 points.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation.
Utah moving the ball around. Lets the 3 fly. Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Outside Carter. There's the triple. Kessler with a rebound. Utah leading. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Collier. And here's Kessler. The rebound by Carter. Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10 wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Grant.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
Here's Williams. It's not going to go for him. We've got 1:55 left to the second period. Offensive rebound. Wagner. Pass to Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Picked by Carter. Second chance effort. Carter can't get it to go. Here's Sensabaugh. And it's Orlando with a rebound. We've got 1:23 left into the half. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Howard. It's picked off. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Markkanen. Markkanen finishing the break himself.
That's showing a little bit of straight line speed. Markkanen opening up in transition. Nice.
Picked by Carter. Pass to Wagner. And here's Carter. No made baskets yet. 4 on the clock. Kicks it out to Wagner. In transition, here come the Jazz. Now here's George. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. And it's a 5-point Utah lead.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Pass to De Silva. Back to Carter. Picked by Carter. Shot clock at 6. Doubled by Jackson. The Magic need to put one up here. And it's Wagner missing. Launches a 3. The rebound by Carter. Shoots over Jackson. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Utah ahead. They lead by 5. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And the 8th overall pick in 2021. Grant, what surprises you about Franz Wagner?
I don't think we knew he'd be this lethal off the dribble. His perimeter shooting has really been the lone hiccup. But once he locks that in, watch out.
Pass to Jackson. 3-pointer.
This here is about work and effort by Jalen Suggs on the defensive end. Boy, how about the ability to alter shots?
Wagner, left side. Now here's Bane. Here he goes. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Wagner. Misses in close. Utah leading by 3. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Knocks down the long J.
3 points.
Malone's got 6.
The good looks from Bailey. You'd like to see him just shoot a little more at this level than he did in college.
Trying to get something going here in the half court.
Yeah, that's where they've been struggling to execute.
Pass to Markkanen. Utah moving the ball around. For 3, George.
Struggling to get into their groove here, just 1 for 4.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, Paolo Banchero has the Seattle skyline tattooed on his shoulder, and he says guys from there naturally have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we're not seen as much as some of the other places around the country. Being born and raised, my mom and dad from there, it's in my blood. Brian?
A lot of pride in his hometown. Thanks a lot, Allie. Basket's good. Wagner's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wagner likes to work his way to the painted area as much as possible. Look how comfortable he is finishing around the rim.
Pass to Malone. George outside. Takes it inside. Banked it in off the glass. George has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Here's Suggs. Kicks it out to Wagner. Fires for 3. Utah with the rebound. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. George, no good. Magic trailed by 6. Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
Boy, he's been so efficient in this one. That helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
And Malone gets it to go.
We know Keontae George is an effective playmaker. He always seems to make the right decision with the ball.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Outside Carter. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Carter's got his first 2 points of the night.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Come on now, that's easy money.
And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for Orlando. 8-point game. It's good. Carter's got 4 points in the quarter. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Connects from downtown.
Well, if you let him shoot freely, you're going to give up a lot of trays.
Carter with it, and Kessler picks him up defensively. Carter inside. Still no points. And it's slammed in by Carter.
It doesn't get any easier than that, guys. Carter Jr. gets the position he wants and goes to town.
Here's Mikhailuk. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Magic.
And you have to be more careful with the basketball. These are possessions that you don't get back.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. 16 seconds left in the third. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Picked by Carter. Shoots over Collie. Oh, did he get it off in time? He did! How about that?
Are you serious? That was incredible.
What a way to seize momentum. Can it carry over into the next quarter? Beautiful.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Magic trail by 5. Suggs surveys the D. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
For the Jazz. So he can't get either to fall. On offense, here's Utah. Malone. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Doris finally selective about it. Yusuf Nurkic has added a three-pointer to his game.
I think if you're a big in the modern NBA, you understand that your game is always about adapting to what's next. And listen, you have to be selective if you're just adding this element, but Yusuf Nurkic trying to evolve.
Suggs, no good.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Marketed for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. And the Jazz lead by 10.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Suggs. There's the drive.
Boy, Suggs gets up off his feet in a hurry, finishes that drive with authority.
And the foul called on Anthony Black. That's his first foul. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And stolen by Suggs. Back to O'Neal. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
George, right side. Markkanen. Got a piece of it. Magic trail by 10. Suggs outside. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. And he grabs the board and finishes it off. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Jazz.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet. It has come up big a few times for them.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Here's Suggs. Off on the layup.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Bailey. No good from 3. Magic trail by 10. Bane fires. Money from 3.
And I like that there. I mean, give Bane something in rhythm.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Bailey, wasting no time. They answer with a 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And that's in.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Fires the 3. The triple drops.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Jazz.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number 1 was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm, and they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
Here's Bane. He shoots. Suggs outside. 6 to shoot. O'Neal inside. Oh, he leaves no question. Now George. So we see Utah get the win here. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was